Dev, I tried the hair mask.
Oh, yeah, and?
I like it a lot.
Okay.
Except
The Briogeo one or the other one?
Yeah, the Briogeo one, except I think I have something like slightly different. They sent me the like shampoo, that's the scalp revival thing. I tried
That's the
that,
one.
and then they sent like a deep conditioning mask that you put on in the shower.
The one that smells like mint chocolate chip.
Oh, I don't know. I didn't.
Was it charcoal?
I didn't get that on my own.
That's what I
It looks
used.
charcoaly, yeah.
But it's
And
like
minty.
a circular container.
Yeah.
Oh,
like
no.
a bigger tub.
Yeah, that one's my favorite. I love that one.
The instructions on mine say to use that shampoo first, and I was like, well, I don't have that, so I'm just using the mask. And so I did the mask, and yeah, my hair just feels so like light, like my
it
scalp
feels like
is
the
like,
salon, like you're
Yeah.
saying, like how it's probably like really clarifying or something where it gets out all the buildup.
detox.
I also think it's nice because it has like that minty, like kind of
tea
feeling.
tree.
Well, I'm gonna re-smell it because I didn't pick that up
I
before.
literally think it smells like mint chocolate chip.
That sounds delicious.
Did you like the conditioner too?
Yeah, but I don't think I left it on a full 10 minutes. I was like trying to do that, but I didn't time it or anything.
I can't decide how often to use each thing because I have so many different like little hair masks and stuff.
That's
and
so
it's like,
true.
Should I like once a week try a different one? I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I really like the Amica one recently. And it's like the Amica blue one. And then they have like a treatment that you put on after. And then like rinse it out.
I just got the Amica scalp scrub shampoo. So I need to try that.
Tell me how that is. Because I was thinking about getting their shampoo too. Because I just have the hair mask that I basically just do once a week. Because I only like really wash my hair once a week.
Why do I feel like I've never even heard of that brand?
Amica?
Dev talks about it like all the time.
The
Can
dry
you show
shampoo?
me the logo? Oh, yeah.
They're so cutie.
I love that you just have the dry shampoo on your desk.
Actually, that's the texture spray. I'm obsessed with
Yeah,
that
you love the texture spray.
Because my hair is so fine. It makes it look more coarse.
Yeah, it's honestly crazy what a difference like just like teasing your hair makes. Like when I got my hair done for the wedding and for my hair trial, like just the teasing it made such a huge difference of it looking like professionally done.
It just makes it look smoother overall.
Yeah, which you would think it would make it look like rattier or something.
I know.
But
Whenever I try and tease my hair, it just looks like a fucking bird's nest.
Did you guys like tease your hair all the time in 2009 and 10 and stuff, or was were you too young?
I think
I did that because I wanted the like straight like, but like a little bit of a bump.
Yeah, I remember the bump it.
Who was that? Was that Avril Lavigne or like, I feel like it was Avril Lavigne that kind of like started that. Avril Lavigne.
The bump.
Oh,
that like, but it was not like a bump. It was like a bump with like you like had volume, but it was stick straight.
Probably like
that was
Avril
the
Lavigne.
style.
Kesha, that was huge for me.
Kesha had like curlier hair, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess. But I
mean, the Kardashians were doing it.
Yeah. I didn't do it from the Kardashians. I was like, it was more that scene, I feel like.
In dance, we always did like the front bang poof, where you like take your front bangs back and like poof them up with bobby pins and tease that. And like the higher the poof, the better. That is so ugly now. Like when I look back at my dance photos, I'm like, why the fuck did we do this?
To me, that was Jersey Shore influenced.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Snooki, is that the one who
like
did the like she
did
the straight hair and the yeah.
Did you have an actual bump it? Like I had like the little bump it.
No.
I tried one and it just looked too like you could see it in there.
Yeah,
I think because my hair is so fine, it didn't really work for me.
Yeah. The sock, but like that donut sock thing.
For the bun.
I love that. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a good hair trend.
All the bun tools. I did all the hair trends.
What are
just like
high schoolers doing now for their hair?
I'm guessing it's like the blowout look.
Yeah. How awesome would it be to like know how to give yourself a blowout?
Oh my god.
Like that. Like that's like kind of unfair. That's like you look like model worthy like every single day before school.
Well, if we grew up in the 80s, we would be knowing.
True.
Oh, yeah.
Because,
But then they wear, like...
my mom knows how.
Yeah. They wear, like, pajamas, though, way more now, and, like, just, like, really big baggy clothes to actually
That's
school.
nice.
And
that's what the cool kids probably wear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I'm too cool to care. I'm just wearing these sweatpants and this big, huge t-shirt.
I was, like, full dressing up, full glam, fake eyelashes.
Yeah.
Were you doing fake eyelashes
every day?
That was your era, though.
Yeah.
Like the fake or the lash extensions.
Like YouTube.
It was, like, heavy beauty YouTube
yeah.
time.
That would be a lot to keep up with. That would be, like, very intimidating to me, honestly. Like, that would be too much, I think.
Yeah, to wake up at, like, 5:30 a.m. every day.
That's so crazy.
My era was definitely concealer lips.
Ew.
Like, you didn't want your lips to have any color. Put some powder over them
That's
in
so
the morning.
funny.
I, like, luckily
I didn't
not
really do
have
it,
that.
but yeah, it was what the cool, or like just like putting on a lipstick that was literally the color of your skin tone.
Yeah.
That's so interesting. I wonder why. That's why, like, beauty trends are so hard, and, like, you really shouldn't make any permanent changes because it just changes all the time. Like, what if that comes back and then people who have, like, lip tattoos or, like,
the
things
lip
like
tinting or, like, lip blushing.
Yeah.
I kind of want to get that, but
I don't
know.
think that's that big of a deal because it just gives your lips more color all the time. Like,
yeah, so you can easily
and you
tone
could
them down if you want.
Yeah, you could put a color over them.
It is kind of amazing how much better I feel when I have, like, a little bit of a lip on, or, like, just lip liner and, like, a lipstick just to define my lips.
Anne Hathaway, one of her beauty tips was that before she does a scene, she, like, stimulates her lips by just, like, pressing on them with, like, a bobby pin or something because it gets the blood flow in your lips and it makes them, like, a natural color. So she'll just, like, poke at them with a bobby pin or something, like, kind of pointy.
Oh, that's so interesting.
Yeah, that's really interesting. That's like the, like, pinching your cheeks.
Yeah, it is.
To, like, give yourself a little blush.
That's, like, a lot of work to just do before every single scene. She's just like...
I think just when she's sitting there in her chair or whatever, she will, like, do it.
Whoa.
That's really funny.
Probably plumps them up a little bit too.
Yeah,
just get some blood. Man. I think that's what plumper does. It just gets more blood flow in your lips.
Yeah. That's actually so true. I never really thought about that. I'd love to know the science behind it.
I used to think, like, animal testing was, like, they literally were just,
Me
like,
too.
putting the lipstick on the animal.
Because otherwise I don't really get what the point of testing on animals is. Like,
neither do I. Like, what did they, like, inject them with it? That's horrible, first of all.
Well, they, like, shave
on their skin
and see
and
what
then
it
they,
does to their...
test it on them to see, like, how their skin will react.
It's just so weird, though, and, like, we don't even have the same skin, and there's different things that are, like, that we're allergic to or that are bad for us versus animals.
Yeah. But I think there's, like, so many things that are similar enough in, like, their systems that they, like, can test and see how the reaction's going to be.
I would say there's so many humans that would be willing for a check to try things out.
Oh, nowadays,
like, instead of, like, donating plasma, for sure, I'd go do that if they were like, want to test this lipstick on you, I'll give you $1,000.
Like, on your arm or something. Like, let's see if this gives you a rash or not. Like,
okay, I feel like on my arm I'd be fine. Like, here, just try it. But even still, I don't know.
I'd be down. I think there would be enough people, but then they'd have to pay people, obviously, and they're not paying animals, so.
Yeah.
Well, there's plenty of companies that don't test on animals now, so.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, they got to be doing something, right? They're probably still testing.
Yeah.
On themselves, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
Who knows? I don't. It's like, we should know by now what. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I was going to say. Is in skincare and what it does.
There's probably enough data out there that, like, if you want to use an ingredient, there's probably enough, like, studies and information that you could be like, oh, if you use more than this quantity, you're going to, like, burn somebody, or it's going to potentially be irritating.
Yeah. And it's different for everybody's skin. Like, some people have way more sensitive skin than others.
Yeah.
I feel itchy now.
sensitive my skin was to, like, certain oils. I think it's like a vitamin E oil or something.
Oh.
My like face does not like it at all.
Really?
No.
You would
Especially
think
like
vitamins would be fine. Like,
I know, but however they like, I'm sure it's not everything, but it's like certain things that my skin is like, please don't do that.
yeah.
And it like literally like purged. Like it was so weird.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. I didn't love it.
I've never had like a makeup reaction, but I always have to use like the sensitive skin detergent and dryer sheets.
Oh, do you get like itchy from those?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, when I was using the laundress to do my bedding because it smells so fucking good, I just like would get out of bed and just be itchy for some reason. I was like, fuck, I think it's the laundry detergent.
Oh no.
So then I washed them again in like clean detergent and I wasn't itchy anymore.
Damn.
Oh, that sucks.
So can you wear your clothes? Like what can you wash with it?
I haven't been washing anything with it anymore.
Oh,
bummer.
Yeah.
I feel like clothes would be even worse because they're like
yeah.
stuck to you all day.
Yeah. I was just doing like blankets and sheets because I wanted them to smell good and like that would make my room smell good, but
yeah. Can you do the scent beads or do those like irritate you?
I haven't tried them.
I love the scent beads. Especially for my workout clothes.
I just like the laundress smell because it smells like a perfume or something. Like it smells like luxury, not like laundry.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So if I could find scent beads that smell like that, I would try it.
Mine just smell like fresh scent beads that I use.
Is your eye okay?
There's something in my eye.
That was
a
just
mascara flake or something. I think I moved it out of the way.
Good.
Wherever it is.
Good. Should I do the intro?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, welcome back to another episode of So Glad We're Friends. I'm Maggie.
I'm Devon.
I'm Brittany.
And today we're going to be talking about stories of random acts of kindness. We asked you guys to submit any of your own stories of things nice things people have done for you or you've done for other people or that you've witnessed before. So we're going to go through and read them. We got a lot.
I know, we got a lot. I'm very excited to read these.
Do we just go through in order, you think?
Yeah.
Or should we vet any first?
We can always delete it if it's not good. True.
Do you guys have any stories? Because I cannot think of any.
I was trying to think of that. And I don't think so.
What do you mean? Like people doing like random acts of kindness for you?
Yeah, like do you have a story where a stranger did something super nice or anything?
Yeah, I mean, I think like when people pay for your like Starbucks in front of you, like I've had that happen a few times. That's like really, it's such a nice like little warm surprise.
Yeah.
It is so nice. Except like, don't you feel like I've always continued it and then it's like, okay, that was sweet, but like you then also have to pay this. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm fine doing that. I think it's nice. I think it's a nice like, because then you feel like someone made you feel good, and then you get to make someone else's day and like make them feel good.
Yeah, no, I like it too. It's just kind of a funny thing where somebody is paying for you, but then it's like you're also then paying for the person behind you typically.
Yeah. I also think anytime I'm like traveling by myself, like when guys behind me like offer to put up my bag, I just think it's like a nice thing.
That is sweet.
Yeah, one of the podcasts that I listen to, the Bad Broadcast, she does this episodes every once in a while, and she has this story, and I don't specifically remember every detail, but she was traveling internationally, and her bag was too heavy, and for some reason she couldn't pay to like keep everything, like pay the extra fee for the heavy luggage, so she had to like get rid of stuff. She had to throw stuff in her luggage away. And she was like so upset and distraught and like probably throwing a fit because she was kind of younger. And when she boarded the plane, every person that walked past her gave her one of her items. So everybody on the plane with her grabbed one of the things that she had to get rid of and then gave it to her. Isn't that really so cute?
That is so nice. And that also just shows what like it's messed up because you can end up bringing the same things on the
Yeah.
flight. Like,
I know.
Yeah.
That is so nice. Like, just thinking about who organized that.
Yeah, I know the person who organized it is like an angel.
That's so cute.
I can't think of anything else off the top of my head.
I can't either. Maybe some of these will like make me remember something, but I cannot remember anything.
Have you guys done anything nice?
No, I'm not very nice.
Yes, you are.
I sometimes like I've like paid for people's like meals, or like meals I think are like kind of the closest things, or just like if I can like see if someone's like kind of like struggling, I like offer to pay for it.
Let my sister live with me.
That's so funny. I bought a homeless man a joint one time.
That's really funny.
That's really funny.
He wanted one. I was like, why not?
Why not?
Poor guy just needs a joint. That's funny.
But yeah, no, maybe I feel like I only give like little things of money, or like I give homeless people money a lot. But
I give them my like leftovers, like from especially
nice.
like nice food and stuff.
Whenever we try to do that, there's like no homeless people out. Like it's like they're always you always see them until it's like time to actually give leftovers. Like when I worked with McDonald's and we had to get like so many quarter pounders, like 10 of them. Then we like wanted to give them away and we could not find anybody anywhere.
That's kind of crazy. Do you have a lot of homeless people in like your area?
There's definitely more in Portland than Vancouver, but yeah, it's very sad.
I guess it's like kind of a nice climate there.
Yeah, the rain would suck.
Yeah, as long as you had some like good waterproof stuff.
Yeah, they've definitely started more like communities and whatnot. Like they have like little trailer things that they can live in, and I feel like that helps so much and
that's nice.
Gets them help and a place to stay. Should we take turns reading these?
Yeah.
Okay. Who would like to go first?
I'm gonna like. I forgot to do. I was like planning on doing this and I got sidetracked of like spacing these out. We could read them
so
better.
funny. Okay, I'll start.
I can't read.
My favorite random act of kindness is offering to take people's pictures when they're taking a selfie or one person is left out to take the pic. I just went on a trip across Europe and got to do it plenty of times, and in return they offered to take photos of me and my friends. I love this. I do this all the time.
Yeah.
That is so nice because those people are afraid to ask a stranger because you don't want to bother them. So then if a stranger comes up to you and is like, oh, do you want me to take a picture of you? Like then you're like, oh, they want to. And it makes your whole day.
You know, though, sometimes people are like going for like the selfie or like, you know, the 0.5 photo is like so in right now. I'm like, are you going for that? Or like, do you want a picture?
Yeah, definitely several times people have told me like, no, we just want a selfie. It's okay. I'm like, okay.
I know. Yeah. I don't think it hurts to ask though, for sure.
Yeah.
And it doesn't hurt to have both.
No.
Like if I was taking a selfie and I'm traveling, I would also just want a normal picture for the memory, I think.
Yeah. But sometimes I like I hate to like be stereotypical, but like an older man like trying to take the picture, I'm like, you zoomed in and you did it sideways. I'm just like, I don't want that. Like I don't need that here.
Have you
I
guys
appreciate the sentiment, but that's like not it.
Have you seen the random like TikToks and videos of when people are at random tourist destinations and they pay for like a photo shoot package and it's like the worst, like funniest footage ever?
I saw someone do that somewhere.
It's so funny. Like they'll pay like $15 for like just like a photo shoot at like a bridge in Thailand or something, and the guy's like using his camera, he's like going in and out and doing like all these like cinematic things. It's so funny. I'll try to find one to send to you guys.
Please do. That's really funny. Okay, this is kind of a tangent, but I saw this girl talking about like how much she hated her wedding photos, like how the person edited them.
I saw that, her under eyes.
Yeah. And I was just like, I have so many opinions about it because like obviously you're like supposed to hire a photographer, but to be honest, I didn't know this until like 2 or 3 years of being on Instagram, like and being immersed in the like social media influencer side of the business, that like you had to hire a photographer based on like their editing. I didn't know that. So I don't know if like, I don't know how like well known that is like to everyone. I feel like if I didn't know it, like it's something that could be like not as known. But you know, she said she kind of liked the editing style, but like however she edited her photos, she just like hated them. And I was like, that just like sucks. It's like the one day in your life that you're like, I want these pictures to be like perfect and good memories and stuff. And you pay a lot of money for it and then you hate them.
Yeah. I feel like with photographers, though, it's like so easy to tell their editing style. Like usually their Instagram, you can fully see if they're like a lot warmer, like that kind of like boho-y style, which is what this girl was. Like where it's not really true to color at all. Versus like.
But didn't she not? I don't think she just liked how she edited her eyes for the most part. Like, because her eyes were so dark and you couldn't see like any of the details and stuff. Like, I think that would not be nice because then.
Did she tell her? Can you?
Yeah, she got on the phone, was like, hey, I don't like these at all. And like the person didn't try and remedy it whatsoever.
She got like all the raw versions and then edited them herself.
I didn't watch to the end of it. Did she end up getting the photos?
Yeah.
Did she pay for them?
I don't know.
Because the photographer said they were like $4,000 to pay for the raws.
I got mine included. I was like, guys, I'm gonna need this raw footage of the video.
Okay, that's really good. That's what somebody in the comments said. I was like, okay, that's a really good tip, just in case.
Yeah.
Because I would rather pay, like, I probably wouldn't edit them myself, but I'd probably pay somebody else to edit them, like, how I like them.
And the thing is, knowing raw photos, like, as we take pictures, we know that typically a lot of the time when you're looking at a raw photo, it's not going to be good and it's not going to be like the final product. So, I mean, I highly doubt that I'll go through all the fucking raw photos and like try to edit them myself. But like if you then need it or something.
And but photographers take thousands of pictures each day and they're the ones deciding which ones are best. Yeah. And like as a photographer, I have a hard time knowing which one like they're going to like more.
Yeah.
So I'd rather just give them all the raw photos and then be like, okay, tell me which ones you want me to edit. But photographers don't.
How many photographers did you find like allowed you to have the raw edits versus like they were like, no, you can't have them?
Basically every single photographer like on their website said like no raws and everything, and then I just had to like talk to the girl
and she was okay with it.
Yeah, I don't it's mostly with the video that I want it. Because mine does really... It's mostly with the video footage that I want that. Because, like, my photographer, she does really true to color. It's not very, like, altered. I mean, it is. Obviously, it looks a lot better. But it's not, like, fully changing the color grading.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's fair.
But you're also technically not allowed to, like, edit their... Because it can make them look bad. Like, if I took a photo that they did and I edited it badly... then like it shows as their own work.
Yeah. I also totally get not like making sure, because I feel like nowadays it is much more like, oh, like they could technically sell this photo if they wanted to and like make a profit off of it. So I totally get that aspect of it as well. But I feel like there should be like a middle ground of like they can have these pictures to do what they want with.
Yeah. Well, it was also weird too, like with the working with the ring shop. Yeah. Like, I'm giving them some of the engagement photographers and our wedding photographers' photos, and, like, they just need to give them full credit and everything. But that was, like, weird. I was like, I don't know what to do necessarily because the photographers own the photos, but then they're being used for, like, advertisements.
What, did you talk to them about it? Like, talk to the photographer? And that's what she said?
Yeah, like, just full credit on everything.
Yeah.
Because I'm not being, like, if I was being paid, it'd probably be different.
Yeah. For sure. She'd be like, give me a chunk of that.
Yeah.
That's what I like. I'm very curious to know like how photographers that like work with influencers a lot, how they like structure those like agreements, because a lot of influencers like hire photographers for their brand deals, not just like their everyday organic content. So like, are they just doing it for like a discounted fee or like, you know?
I think they're just giving the influencers the full rights. Like, I don't think they're necessarily setting it up to be like, I own this photograph.
Yeah.
It's probably they're paying more to the photographer to get full rights of it.
Yeah, it's like, I'm paying you
like
to take these pictures for me. It's complicated, but if I was hiring a photographer, I wouldn't hire someone who had all these like strict guidelines around. Yeah.
That's fair. That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. And I think it's mostly just giving them like credit and not claiming things as your own, kind of.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, who's next?
I guess I can go.
So enthused.
Okay, I'm gonna do a corgi one. My corgi
Bro, we're not gonna go in order.
I know this is like
I
didn't
didn't
be complicated.
Where are you? Because my one is not in the same order that like the one that you read is not what I see first.
What?
Did you go all the way to the bottom?
No, to the top.
She's at the top.
The one at the top for me is I received a package that did not belong to me.
What? Could you refresh?
Yeah, what did you sort yours weird?
Oh,
just read the corgi one. I found
rack?
it, so I can. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, the one underneath it is really short.
Okay.
Just go.
This is kind of small, but every time. Okay. This is kind of small, but every time I'm buying like one thing at the store and someone with a full cart lets me go in front of them at the register, it always makes my day.
That is nice.
That
I
is
love when
really
people do
nice.
that. I try to do that as well.
Yeah, me too.
Or if there's like an older person.
Yeah. I like that.
Those little things are just so nice. Like,
I know.
just little things that you can do if you're not in a rush or something to make other people's lives easier.
I agree. I was living in a university residence and my meal card ran out of money when I was checking out my lunch. I called my roommate hoping she'd be able to come down and cover for me using her card. A random guy behind me in line overheard me on the phone, got my attention, and offered to pay. I knew my meal would be pricey, so I offered to let him to what? I offered to
ET him, probably like pay him back.
Oh, ET him, but he denied my offer. So sweet. That is very nice.
Cute. Did you fall in love?
I know. I was waiting for the love story.
Meet cute.
And now we're married.
And now we're married and have babies.
Okay. Once when I was a novice hiker, I took on the Angel's Landing trail to get to Scout's Lookout, about 2/3 of the way to Angel's Landing, but still a lot of work and really strenuous. I stopped for a water break about 30 minutes in and realized my water was low. A kind stranger on her way down heard me mention this and gave me a full bottle of water knowing I'd need it. I didn't know what I was in for, and looking back, I know I wouldn't have made it without her kind gesture.
Wow, that's really nice.
Really nice. I don't know where that is, but if it's like a hard hike, I did like that one. Oh, okay. I did that one
use
hard
a
hike.
chain.
Literally,
Use a chain to get up?
Yeah, it's some part of it.
Oh, no.
I'm not in for any hike where you use a chain where it's like so thin where you have to like walk along something, or if you have to go like in a hole.
Oh, no holes for sure.
I did that straight up like staircase in Colorado Springs.
Oh my god.
Bunch of stairs is a no for me too.
And it's like steep stairs. I'm like forgetting the name of it. Someone probably knows, but it was so hard. It was like one of the hardest things I've ever done, and I cannot imagine not having water for that.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's scary.
Oh, random thought, Britt. Was Pride in Denver this weekend? My dad and my brother went. It was my dad's first Pride he went to.
Oh my god, that's really cute. I just realized after the fact that it was Pride this weekend.
Oh,
So,
dang it.
yeah.
You should go next year.
I know. That's really cute, though, that they went together.
He had on like a... Oh, what is it called?
Your dad or brother?
My dad. My brother got him a bear back scratcher because, like, you know how they're called bears. Mm-hmm. The, like, older hairy men are called bears, so he literally had a back scratcher. That's really cute.
That's cute.
It's so cute. I love that.
That's really sweet.
Okay. I'm from the UK and had traveled from England to Wales alone with my 3 young children on Boxing Day to visit family. I was only 23 and my kids were 5, 3, and 1 years old.
Oh my God.
On the way home, I got horrifically lost and found myself crying at a petrol station at least 3 hours from home with no phone, stat nav, which is like a navigation thing, I'm guessing, or cash, and almost an empty tank. That sounds like my worst freaking nightmare.
Seriously.
I was trying to get them to help call my mom. I feel weird saying mom. I was trying to get them to help to call my mom. One of the other workers called over to me and said, I wouldn't worry. He's just paid for a full tank. Run and say thank you. Aww. I dashed out of the station as the man drove away and shouted Merry Christmas to me out of his open window. It was over 10 years ago now, and I'll never forget it.
I love that.
Thank God for people like that.
Especially
That
with
is
like
so nice.
3 young kids.
Yeah.
That would be
so hard and terrifying.
I'll leave you the corgi one, Dev.
Okay.
I received a package that did not belong to me. I took it to FedEx and they advised if I received it again, I could just discard it as there was nothing they could do. It was addressed to my address, but it had the wrong name. I received it again a few months later and opened it before throwing it away, hoping it would be something inconsequential. Wrong. It was a charm bracelet with a note from a grandmother to her granddaughter. She said the bracelet had been hers as a child and she had been collecting charms her whole life and now she wanted to pass it on. I obviously could not throw that away. With the help of a friend through a local Facebook group, I found the grandmother sender's daughter. She said her grandmother had dementia and had mailed the package and they had been trying to find it for almost a year. I was able to get her address and drop it by her house. Everyone was so grateful. That's such a happy ending story.
That is so nice.
Oh, can you imagine not, like, you know, your grandma, like, her whole life had worked on this for you and, like, not being able to get that?
That is so sweet.
There's, like,
just makes me love people again.
Boomer the Land Cloud, like, his mom, like, the dog's mom. Why do I feel so weird saying that?
I know.
She is so sweet, but she's actually in Portland. You should hang out with her. She just moved
never
to
even
Portland.
heard of her. What's the username?
She's been sharing more lifestyle content and like behind the scenes, like mental health.
Life with the land cloud, I think.
Oh,
Life
did she
with the
change
Land
it?
Cloud.
Yeah, she did change it. Her old name was Boomer the Land Cloud, but yeah, Life with the Land Cloud. When she was moving, the fucking mover stole her engagement ring and her wedding ring.
That's insane.
Or her wedding band. And I was like, that is so shitty. And she was like such a good attitude about it. But I would be like, I know that I shouldn't hold too much of like sentiment with those, but those things are so sentimental. Like, even if I decided to like upgrade my ring later in life, but like, you know, they have insurance and things, but it's still like it's like the memory of it and like having those things. I just like,
what? So did she realize like that it was them almost right away? Like, it seems like you'd be able to like file a claim with the company or something.
She said she doesn't really wear them that often, so I think it was like after the fact.
Oh my God, that is horrible.
And luckily they have insurance to like cover a new ring, but I was just like, the attitude about it, I was like, oh my God, I don't know if I could be like so chill about it.
Yeah, my sister, I think I said this, that she dropped her ring in the toilet like a few months ago and it's fully gone. And
Post-poop?
I don't know exactly what happened. It definitely got like flushed.
But it like, did she know that it was in there before she flushed it?
I don't know. I'm not sure. It also might have gone down the sink, not the toilet. I forget. Somewhere in the bathroom.
But still, the pipe has a
Yeah, it
cord
has a
to
little
be
there
able to take it off. And
yeah, I don't really know what happened. But it's gone. And she's very sad about it. And she did end up getting more money in her insurance than it originally was worth. So she was like, okay, cool. Let me try to get like a better ring. She got a bigger diamond at first. And then she was like, I hate this. Like, I don't like that it's bigger and it doesn't feel like my ring. So then she tried to get it done again, and like they've just continued to like mess it up every single time, where it like doesn't look like her original ring and it's from a different place and everything. So it's kind of sad, like replacing it in that way. Like it could never look exactly the same.
That is sad. That sucks.
Yeah,
that really sucks.
The story also just reminded me of a story that my cousin told me when I was home, that he found a lost dog and he took it home at first, and he was like posting it on all the Facebook pages and all the groups and whatnot. It was like a little Chihuahua mix, and he had like a few people call about it, but they didn't know enough info about the dog and whatnot. So he was like, these aren't the actual owners. And then one guy calls and he's like, that's my dog. He gave the name and that it was a girl, because my cousin didn't say the gender, like hoping that the person would know or whatever. So he eventually goes and drops it off to this guy, and he gives him the dog and everything. And he was like, I thought it was weird. Like the dog wasn't excited when the guy took him. Like he was just acting like the same. Like he wasn't excited whatsoever. And then later on, like the next day, he gets a call from this woman, like crying her eyes out. And she's like, you have my dog. Like, my kids have been missing him. It's been like 3 days. Like, can I please have my dog back? And he was like, shit, like I already gave the dog to somebody else. But he could immediately tell that it was this woman's dog.
Who the fuck does that?
Dude, right? And I'm like, just like a little chihuahua, like literally go to the shelter. There's a million dogs for you to take. Like, that's so crazy. But so the woman ended up going with him to this guy's house and like had her talk to him and was like, no, that's my dog. Like, please, like my kids really miss him and stuff. And the dog got so excited when she took him. Like he was crying and like so excited about it. And the woman was then so nice. She was like, thank you so much. Like, please come into my house. Like, I want you to see my kid's reaction when he comes back, and like invited him to stay for dinner and stuff. It was so cute.
So nice. Oh my god.
I'm like, damn, what horrible people just acting like it's their dog. And
that
just
is my
stealing
biggest fear. Like, if Willow got out, I feel like someone would just take her.
For sure.
And not give her back.
But that's so horrible. I'd be surveying everywhere, like trying to find. I'd be bringing it to people's houses.
Yeah.
Like, Willow, call to me.
Literally. She's like, oh. Okay. I moved to Denver from the Phoenix area. I grew up in the West Valley and never before lived in a place where all seasons come and go throughout the year. I had an unexplainable urge to buy a small shovel to keep in my car. A pretty decent snowstorm has swept through Denver. The following day, someone managed to be absolutely gorgeous out. A good amount of snow was on the ground, but clear skies and sunshine as far as you could see. I was out for a walk around the nearby lake. The city hadn't yet shoveled, and some of the entrance surrounding the lake. I saw a guy in a wheelchair who looked like he was wanting to enjoy some time around the lake, and all entrances in the vicinity were blocked and could not be traversed by a wheelchair. I wasn't far from him at all. I looked at him and he looked at me, and I said, "Gotcha, big dog." Grabbed the shovel like it was my calling and cleared a pathway for him that was probably about 90 feet long and 4 feet wide. Oh,
It's really cute.
That's so nice.
I'm tearing up a little. That's really sweet. That's like a lot of hard work to do for somebody.
When I first got my last car, we did a road trip to Vegas and I fucking got a flat tire. And it's a Volkswagen, so the tires are really weird. The spare tires are really weird to use. And this man and his son pulled over to help us. And I think it was just a man and his son, and they were on their way to Salt Lake City. I'm guessing they're like a nice Mormon family, but I might be wrong. And this man could not figure out how to work my tire. And his son was trying to help him, and it was this dad and son like doing this project, and it took them like an hour probably to change my tire.
Who were you with?
Like, it was insane. I was with Lexi, Ashlyn, and then one of Lexi's friends at the time.
Oh, okay, so just the girlies.
So I was not alone. Yeah, and me and Ashlyn were trying to figure out. Well, Ashlyn was trying to figure out how to do it, but this man pulled over to help us because he saw all these girls on the side of the road trying to change a dang tire, and like their hands were so dirty after, and they like had a long ass drive ahead of them, and that was like so nice of them to do.
Did they get it?
Incredible.
Yeah, he got it finally. Got it figured out. Yeah.
feel so lucky that like the one time we had to change a tire, we were like one street over from our house.
Oh, that's
we were
nice.
like at a gas station where there was like people, and this guy came over and just like taught us how to like move the tires or like get the bolts off, whatever, the nuts, bolts, whatever they're called. Because we had never done it before. But I feel like everyone, like, they don't really make you change a tire in driver's ed. I feel like you should change a tire in driver's ed because it's not like, it is like pretty intuitive, but like if you're stressed out or like on the highway or like in any sort of thing, like, or don't have YouTube, because like obviously just look up YouTube and like there's videos. But if you don't have like service and stuff, like I feel like everyone should just have that experience.
For sure. My dad has taught me like several times, but I don't think I could just do it. Like, you know, and I don't know, just like watching people teach you something, I don't retain that information.
Did he make you do it?
Not really. Like he would do it and then be like, okay, do this part or something. Like when I was in
I
high
feel
school,
like doing it yourself like makes such a difference because you can like have the muscle memory of like what to do
for sure
and like where the tools are. We didn't even know where the tools were. That was like the other big part. We were like, okay, where are the tools?
I'm like thinking my back thing, but I don't even know.
I know,
because you don't think about that when you first buy a car or like ever until you have to, and then you're like, okay, cool, how the heck does this work? Like my tire had to be put on and then like inflated further.
Oh,
that's like so blown up.
Wait, do you have like an inflation thing in your car?
Yeah. So you have to hook it up to the car battery or whatever to like turn on the pump to pump up the tire.
I would not have known that.
I have run flat tires now, so I don't need a spare. Luckily, that's like a nice peace of mind. They don't, like, when you get a flat, you can still drive like 50 miles on them. They're really expensive, but it's what BMW uses.
That's nice.
Well, that's very nice.
Yeah.
Boosh.
Boosh. I like that word.
Okay, go to the corgi.
My corgi was diagnosed with an autoimmune disease, which ultimately led to her being unable to walk. We had a neighbor who spoke fluent Spanish, and I was unable to communicate with him properly what was going on with my Scarlet, but he saw the love I had for her. One day, randomly, he gives me a dog wheelchair he found for her. I instantly burst into tears. Why is this making me cry? Even with a language barrier, he knew what I needed. He knew what she needed and helped us out. Our neighbor has moved away, and my Scarlet crossed the Rainbow Bridge on 6/3/24.
Oh my gosh, that was so recently.
Aww.
But she leaves behind a legacy of love and kindness.
Oh, I'm so sorry. That is so sad.
I know. That was so recent, too.
Oh, Scarlet running around, no wheelchair in the doggy heaven.
Reminds me of my friend Christina's dog Brady, too.
Yeah, that's so sad. That's so nice, though.
That's so nice.
Because, like, you know, he went out of his way to find a dog wheelchair. It's not like he just, like...
Yeah, and he can't speak English, and he's just, like, saw them, and... Oh, my God, that's so nice and so sad. There's something so beautiful about humans being able to communicate with a language barrier.
Yeah.
Like, because we can't understand each other, but there's an understanding.
Mm-hmm. I love that.
It's so cool. It just goes back to, like, we're all the same at the end of the day. And, like, we can communicate so much just with body language.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. At a cafe, a worker asked if I wanted any pastries for free before they threw them away. I love that.
That's nice. That was one of my favorite things about serving is, like, if there's a mess up and there's extra fries or something, like, picking out which table to go give the extra food.
Oh, yeah. Nice.
Doing that. Because you know, like, who would be excited and stuff, like, based on serving the tables. You're like, oh, I'm going to give it to this family who, like, didn't order as much as they should, or, like...
I wish more of those places could, like... I don't know if there's, like, a system or a charity that does it, but, like, if they could connect with, like, all the restaurants to get all of, like, the unused products or lightly, you know, if they're just, like, day-old things and, like, can take them to, like, homeless shelters or, like...
Yeah.
You know, just community things like that where it's like because so much food probably goes to waste every single day because they can't use it.
There's definitely a few businesses. I know there's one where it's like an app where you can like go and order, like the restaurants put themselves on the app and it's like, okay, we have these leftover pastries and you can like buy a bag not knowing necessarily what food that you'd get, but you're like just buying a meal and it's like super cheap. I don't know if that's only in like bigger cities type thing.
Because I know there's like certain rules and stuff that like Panera or Dunkin' probably have, but like they're probably throwing away so many of them every single day. Like, how could they like get connected with local?
So much.
things?
I mean, it's the same with like PetSmart or like Ulta or all these businesses that just throw out like so many dog beds. I saw a video the other day where there was like 40 dog beds in the trash.
Are you kidding?
Can.
That's like devastating to like just think about. It's there.
Shelters
I feel like
can use that.
be such a bigger way for them to connect with those things. But it is, I think the biggest barrier is like that it's all the corporations. I feel like when small businesses know about those things, they try and tap into them and like donate and do what they can.
Yeah, it's always the small businesses who are, you know, struggling to even get by that are putting an effort into those things.
Yeah. But like it's like a big corporation, like I mean Petco or PetSmart could easily, their corporate teams could like find, you know, connect with a bunch of like the local or national shelters.
And I don't know where those like laws come from because I know with like makeup, like I think like Ulta's not allowed to donate.
I think it's them trying to just like cover their asses and like if something's defective, they can't give it to them knowingly because then they like are so worried about getting sued. But it's like, I don't know, these people. I guess it's such a hard line for them because if there is something about being sued or like the legal action about it, it's like, I don't know. Because maybe someone would do that. Like someone would be like, oh, like I'm going to fuck over PetSmart because they have so much money.
Yeah. But then Shane Dawson did that experiment in like a TJ Maxx or something where they wrote on makeup on the inside of packages and returned it and like messed with it a lot. And then it was back on the shelves like the next day. So they're already, like stores are already doing that in a way. So it seems like, why don't you give it to a women's shelter or something?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Crazy.
I don't know. That's why I love the people that like especially like the beauty and hair creators like that get a lot of extra PR. Like there's one girl I know that she puts together like a bunch of boxes and like she just buys the boxes and stuff and then puts them together for like the women's shelter. I just like love that so much.
I love that.
And then brands actually have started sending her a lot of product. Like, you know, they're like, hey, like we want to donate to this cause this month. And then they'll send like, you know, 50 units of something.
I love that.
I would love to do that.
Yeah.
I need to find like a more women's shelter type thing because like Goodwill just seems not
I know.
the best place to donate to, but it's so easy to go drop things off.
I think like Dress for Success is one that's pretty good because they're like helping people go get jobs, and I think they like support with like classes and maybe not classes, but just like help them like get set up for the next phase of their life.
That would be more your closet donations.
Yeah,
mine are like sweatpants.
I'm like, okay, I don't want this bikini top. And Did you guys ever watch Maid on Netflix?
No, I couldn't.
MAID with
yes,
Margaret
loved it
Wally.
so much.
Yeah, that movie like opened my eyes so much, and now I really want to like work with or donate to a women's shelter like that. But
yeah,
I don't know. I don't really think there are any near me.
There probably are
downtown or something.
There's like so many, but there's also like little like things that happen too. Like Teeny just posted, she's like that chef and she just bought a house and she's getting married and people are like, oh, I want to like donate, you know, or I want to like give you a gift for like your house, like a housewarming gift. And she's like, don't give me that. Like, and she worked with a shelter to set up a Amazon wish list.
That's nice.
And then she said, like, they keep having to add products because so many people are donating. So I've loved those sort of things, too, where it's like, you know, they want to support, you know, a cause. But I always forget how much, like, your time means so much to those people, too. Like, just serving food or packaging, you know, putting backpacks together or whatever it is.
I'm so excited after the wedding. Like, I'm definitely going to get into, like, volunteering more at shelters or fostering or something like that. I really want to. I used to, like, volunteer so much more when I was little.
I used to do a lot, too, because it was, like, a lot was, like, through my church, which was really fun. So we would, like, go to Detroit and do, like, service days or, like, in our local community.
That is, like, a benefit of church. And, like, when I was in Girl Scouts and things like that, we did a lot of volunteer stuff.
Yeah, I was going to say the only time I really volunteered was in Girl Scouts.
Because it makes it easier, like, to find certain situations or places to go. And then you feel like you already know people. So it's less scary to go to events and whatnot.
Yeah.
Okay, my turn?
Yes.
This story takes me back to when I lived in China. I lived in Shanghai for 3 years, but never really spoke the language, only spoke enough to get by. I knew how to say numbers, my address, basic questions, and such. In Shanghai, there are these motorbikes that work as taxis. They're super cheap, and I used to take them here and there. One day, it was pouring rain so bad. I was already wet, and I was trying to take a taxi, but all of them are taken. No normal cabs, no motorbikes, nothing. Then this dude in a motorbike pulled over next to me, and I was like, yes, finally. His motorbike had this little plastic hood on the top, so it was good to get cover from the rain. I was super relieved, obviously, so I told him where I was going, and he took me there. When I tried to pay, he refused to take my money. I think that's when I realized he wasn't even a taxi. He just saw me there miserable and decided to help. I'll never forget that. Thank you, random Chinese dude.
That's really
so
sweet.
Nice.
That's so
wow.
nice.
So nice. Could have also been really horrible, but I'm really glad that it worked out.
That's true. That sucks that, like, we have to be just, like, scared of everything. No. Like,
I know.
Hate that, but nice.
One time I had a layover in Moscow. The layover was only an hour long, so you can imagine how nervous I was. I was running across the airport and I couldn't find my flight anywhere. I don't speak Russian, and I remember I saw a couple of men sitting, and I asked them the flight number, hoping they spoke English, or even if they didn't, they could see my flight destination or flight number and had any idea of where I had to go. I remember my flight gate had changed, but I can't remember why I couldn't find it. Anyways, one of the men, he was in his 40s maybe, took me to a random counter where there was a big line of people clearly not happy with themselves. I guessed it was a line for the unlucky people that missed their flights or something. He spoke to the lady in charge, who had a facial expression of wanting to be dead. She seemed in a bad mood and was not welcoming at all. Can I blame her, though? Probably not. Customer service sucks. Anyway, this man said something in Russian to her, and she didn't give two fucks. She just said something and continued with her life as if nothing happened. Very nonchalant. So we all stayed there in silence for about 10 seconds, which to me felt like 10 minutes, and the man told her something else. I could see from his body language that he was telling her that it was urgent, so she finally looked up in her computer and told me the gate. I remember bolting from there. I ran and arrived to this gate where the shuttle bus was only waiting for me. So embarrassing. I owe that random man my life, and I feel bad that I didn't tell him thank you. I realized that only after I hopped on the shuttle bus.
Oh, that's so stressful.
Yeah, I was in an airport once where we had to take a shuttle to the gate, and that sucked.
Yeah, I had to do that just in LA this year, and I was like,
I think
so
I was in
confused.
LA too.
Really?
Like, it was so confusing because it was like get to gate 6, and then there was a sign that was like 1 through 4, and then like 7 through 9, and I was like, wait, where the fuck is 6? Like, it made no sense. So I can only imagine it being in Russian.
Actually, it might have been in Australia. Actually.
I was going to say that I think I've done that like internationally quite a bit.
Yeah, we were going from Sydney to Brisbane, and we were about to miss our flight, and we're like, oh, we're almost at the gate. There's the gate. And then it's like, oh no, this gate takes you on a shuttle to the actual gate. And we were like, fuck. And our luggage didn't make it with us because it was such a close connecting flight.
Oh,
so we had to like come back to the airport an hour later to get our luggage.
That's ridiculous.
Oh, that sucks. Do you have to go through like customs when you're already in the new country, but then going between cities?
I think that's why we were also like trying to get there. Like we were running late because we had to go through customs maybe.
Yeah.
Once we entered in. But then our luggage was also late, so it was probably just a close connection. Oh, it's very nice of that Russian man.
Yeah. Back in 2012, maybe, my mom, sister, and I were in North Carolina touring colleges for my sister. During one of the tours, my sister got her period and, needless to say, wasn't prepared. We tied a jacket around her waist, finished the tour, and navigated to the nearest Target. Even with the GPS, we could not find the Target for the life of us. My mom rolled down the window and waved to the person stopped at the light next to us and asked for directions. The person in that car not only gave us directions, but said, "You know what? Just follow me," and proceeded to pull in front of us, going out of her intended way, and escorted us to Target. I will always remember that. Such a kind gesture, and proves that Southern hospitality is a real thing.
Yeah. That's so nice. That's why you always got to ask for directions. I don't think, is that still a thing for men as much? Like, my dad would never ask anybody for directions ever if he needed.
Well, you guys have boyfriends. Are the men your age like that?
Joe doesn't really like asking for directions or help in stores and stuff.
Yeah, I guess Cam doesn't. He'll ask, like, in a grocery store if we need, but I usually have to be like, fucking ask.
I know. That's the thing is, like, if Joe's at the grocery store, he's like, I couldn't find it. I was like, did you ask somebody? Did you ask 2 people? Did you ask 3 people?
That's how I am, though, too.
Somebody. You won't ask people for help?
No.
But it's less. It's not about your ego. It's about like the shyness of asking somebody. Not like I should know.
Yeah,
I feel like Joe is more like that. It's more like from a shyness perspective versus like ego. Yeah.
Same with Cam, which is so weird because he's so like extroverted and so out there. But like in stores, like in Costco and Trader Joe's, like I'm the one that needs to like take charge.
I just don't have time to like not know where I'm going or like things are. Like if I had like all the time in the world and to spend like an hour in Home Depot, I'd be like, sure. But I'm like, I don't fucking know where any of this is. Please just tell me.
Yeah. I definitely
is Cameron like a people pleaser? Maybe his is coming from like, I don't want to bother them.
Maybe. I think like he does get very anxious and like claustrophobic and stuff in those types of stores. And like going to Home Depot or something, he'll have like a list ahead of time of like what aisle everything is in. Like he screenshots and like puts it all in the app.
I do love that about those websites
like
that they'll tell you exactly where the things are.
Yeah.
Grocery stores need to be like that.
They really do.
I know, they should.
I love like when I can't find something at Target and then I can just look up like what aisle is
it. Target have it too?
Uh-huh.
Oh, that's really nice.
Yeah, super nice.
But even like if you don't know the store that well though, like you have no idea where like the aisle or whatever
would even be.
Yeah, especially in Target, like they have all the aisles are all over the place, like a maze.
Yeah, and they change,
and they're like, moving everything around. Yeah, it's like okay, well the home section used to be here, but now where the fuck is it?
And it's confusing with beauty stuff now. Like, that's where I get confused of, like, certain vitamins and whatnot are, like, in the beauty section versus, like, the wellness section versus, like, the Ulta section.
Yeah, confusing. Ulta versus, like, regular drugstore stuff, too.
Yeah.
I can never find, like, my body lotion that I'm always looking for, and, like, so annoying.
Same. Okay, I work at an engineering firm, and as you can imagine, we don't have many women there. We are quite outnumbered. I realized one day I was in the women's restroom crying and overwhelmed from something biased someone said, that I was probably not the only one that used that room as a refuge for the occasional workday tears. So I wrote a bunch of little letters encouraging random notes on random topics. And wrote the topic/theme on that envelope and filled a box with them, along with a bunch of chocolates, naturally. And I added a sign that said, "Take what you need, you are valued here," and left it in the restroom.
That is so nice.
Over time, I heard people talk about how they had been encouraged by them here and there, but the most wild thing happened years later when I found out that one of our potential customers had been visiting our facility and she took one of the letters. She had been apparently considering quitting and had been really down, but the letter encouraged her to keep going. She had since been promoted and was now running the whole department with international reach, and also started doing similar things at her own company to encourage the women there. Additionally, she has been sending lots of projects our way, making sure to tell our sales team that it was because of the women on our team more than anything else. Again, I didn't learn that for years after leaving those letters. It just goes to show that you never know what kind of impact just a little thing can have, and you don't even have to get creative with it. If I had hid out in the women's restroom to cry sometimes, turns out other people probably do too, and we all really need a little reminder that we aren't alone.
Oh my God.
That is amazing.
That's so cute. Aww. I love little notes. That's so sweet.
Know.
I love humanity.
I want to do that. How could I? Like, I don't know what situation.
Put it in your bathroom for your coworkers. Just yourself.
Yeah. Put it in my sister's bathroom. She could probably use it. She goes in there to cry
Move
all the time.
out.
You can
She's having a mental breakdown. Move out.
You are independent.
You are strong.
I'm just slowly like hypnotizing her into.
Or you put like little sticky notes on her bathroom mirror, like you are independent. You can make a lot of money. You are clean. You are organized.
You're a good cleaner.
You're a good cleaner. You love cleaning.
You love taking out the trash when it gets full.
That's so cute. I just saw a TikTok too that I kind of want to start where it's like a family thing where they have a box in like their kitchen or living room or something. And like anytime something happens in the day, like some fun memory or like somebody gets a promotion or a kid gets a good spelling test, whatever, they like write little notes of it and put it in the box. And then on New Year's Eve, they like go through and read all of the things from that year. So that's so cute.
God, I love that.
I want to do it.
I want to do that.
Because you kind of forget about little things, but then like if you go back to
do.
your feelings, it's like, oh, I felt that way.
I really love the Apple Journal prompts.
What?
If you have the Journal app on your phone.
Oh, the Apple.
Yeah,
I thought you were talking about like apples.
Journal.
I didn't know that existed.
It's
yeah,
really
and like
cute.
I don't use it, but I wish I did because like a prompt will pop up on my phone and be like, write a few sentences about this location that you went to today. Like it picks up on like the things that I'm doing, kind of like it looks like you tried a new pizza restaurant. Write a few thoughts about it.
Wait,
And they're really
and
good.
It can
prompts.
include like pictures and stuff.
What's it
Like it's like,
called?
oh, you just went to the winery. Like, want to write about this? Start writing,
does it
and it
look
has the
like?
photos. It's just called Journal.
I need to start using it, but I always ignore it. But I think it's a really great idea. And like, yeah,
Which
it adds
one?
pictures from your day and stuff. That's really cool.
Is it like the little butterfly?
Yeah.
Yeah. And it has like prompts. Like right now it says write about someone from your childhood who you wish you could go back and thank. Afternoon
what?
outing to Chipotle.
You're like, this burrito
Wait, that's so
sucked ass.
cute. I love that.
Yeah, it is really cute.
I
I
definitely
didn't know
need
they
to use it more.
invented that. When did this thing come out?
I think with the last iOS.
One of the updates.
But it's
the
weird
last
because I
big one.
definitely made a few before, but they're like not showing up right now.
Wait,
When I click all
this
entry.
is so cute. Okay, I love it.
Yeah.
Where
I'm going to
is
start
it
using
on
it
my
now.
phone?
Oh, I did
Okay,
do
I'll play around
one.
with it later. I like that it has like access to your photos, so you can like do photo journal things too.
Yeah, I saw people being like hating that it knows your life and gives suggestions and stuff. I'm like, bro, it
Thank
already
you for
knows
making my
everything.
life easier.
Yeah.
Like I don't need to remember everything I did.
Exactly.
You helped me. Dev?
Yes. I have such a good one. That's what this person writes. When I was a senior in high school, I was captain of my softball team. For context, I went to a very expensive private all-girls school. However, the only reason I attended the school is because my dad was a teacher and I got to go basically for free. This sounds like the start of a movie. We commuted 45 minutes. I am one of 4 kids. I am very grateful that we never struggled with having enough to get by, but we definitely didn't have extra cash laying around, and we all made sacrifices. For spring break, our softball team was going on a training trip to Disney World. I could not afford to go, and I was fine to stay home over spring break instead of causing a source of financial stress. I told my coach this in private. The next week, coach pulled me aside and let me know that someone in the group anonymously paid for my entire trip and I was able to join my team. Oh. It ended up being one of the most fun and rewarding trips, and I didn't pay a dime. To this day, I have no idea who did this, but it was so incredibly meaningful and impactful to teenage me. Thank you, kind stranger.
I love that.
That is so crazy that it was just a stranger.
And they never...
Like, I wonder if it was one of her friend's parents or a teacher.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love that.
And they never needed, like...
Yeah, recognition.
Yes, recognition for that. That's
so
when you know
cute.
that it's actually...
It's pure.
Mm-hmm.
I saw someone making a joke the other day where they were like, yeah, I always donate anonymously for GoFundMe. So if you ever see any large contributions under anonymous, it was definitely me.
That's goofy. I was out on a walk and saw an elderly man working on his yard. I complimented his flowers and he said, "I'm good. How are you?" He's a little hard of hearing, so I walked over to him and he had the biggest smile on his face. I said again that his flowers and yard looked pretty and gave his wife all the credit. Said he'd let her know and that it'd make her day because she's really proud of her flowers, but also that they rarely get visitors anymore that see them. She saw us talking, I guess, and came out, and so I told her. She was so excited to tell me all about them. Was a little more than I had bargained for when I thought to compliment them. But I could tell they were maybe a little lonely and excited to see a young lady come up to talk and acknowledge the hard work they did on their yard and garden. Was happy to put smiles on their faces. I wonder sometimes if elderly maybe don't feel seen in society. A simple compliment is all it takes to make someone feel seen. I love that.
Sad. That makes me so sad about older people. Like, they say that a lot, that they don't feel seen. And, like, even just when my family hangs out with my grandma in the room, it's like we're all just talking so much and talking so fast. And, like, I know that she can't fully feel a part of it. And, like, even that makes me so sad. Like,
Or
if I'm
even,
not
like,
one-on-one.
relate.
Yeah.
That's like, I kind of wish I had understood that or seen that a little bit more. Like, only in the last, like, 5 years of both my grandparents' lives did I, like, every time I was there, I would, like, just talk to them and, like, ask them about their lives, ask them about memories. Like, my grandma loved to garden, so, like, every time I was there, I was like, show me your garden, show me, like, what's new, tell me about it. And she would just spend, like, an hour going through each part of her garden that she did. And it was just, like, I just wish that I'd kind of understood that a little bit sooner. Because they have, like, the most incredible stories. They live such full lives. They just have so much to share. And it's like they get so excited to share, like, lessons or stories or things that, like, matter to them. And I really wish I had, like, more space and time that I prioritized it.
That's what sucks about this setup of life is, like, we're not old enough to understand that until we're almost too old.
Yeah.
And then they're too old.
Or they're too old. Yeah.
That's sad. I saw an old man in Phoenix asking for change by the freeway exit. He had a dog with him, and it was already May and hot as hell. I had bought my dog some shoes at PetSmart, but decided to give them to the man for his dog, along with some money and a small dog food bag I had bought. He was so happy he started to cry. When we drove by on our way back, I saw he had already put the shoes on his dog. That is so cute. We need to supply every dog that doesn't have a house.
Ugh, I know.
It's so sad.
That's so nice.
Me and Cameron always talk about, like, if the dogs are probably so happy actually to, like, be homeless, and they're probably like, we're camping again. Like, this is so fun to be outside.
Yeah. Yeah, they don't know.
They have no idea. Like, they're just so loved. Are you having a bad dream, Sadie? Wake up.
Meanwhile, Sadie's barking because she's had a bad dream in her beautiful air-conditioned house.
I really wish I knew what they were dreaming.
I know.
Maybe she's running around having fun.
Chasing bunnies or whatever it is they chase.
Probably.
Rosie's just conked out.
Goes Willow. In 2020, I had gotten my driver's license and a new to me used car. I was driving in Chicago and I hit one of the many potholes on the road. I didn't notice it, but one of my hubcaps had popped off. Oh no, that's happened to me before.
What?
A man, like the plastic hubcap on the side of the wheel.
That's terrifying.
Do you have to hit something for that to happen?
I feel like you do.
That happened to my sister.
A man who was driving next to me noticed and let me know. I pulled off to the side of the road trying to figure out how to get it, but he said, "Don't worry, I got it." So I sat on the side for a few minutes. Sure enough, he comes walking over, complete with hand sanitizer and a mask because it was the first COVID summer, and helped me pop it back on.
That's so nice.
I now know hubcaps are a non-essential piece of your car, but I still thank that man for seeing a young, inexperienced woman and respectfully helping her without expecting anything in return. That is so nice.
That is really nice. I know this is very minor, but every time I'm juggling getting my young kids in the car and someone offers to take my cart back to return it, gives me a little more faith in human kindness. It's such a small act, but it helps so much, especially in the summer when the car is already hot.
That is really good to be aware of. I am going to be aware of that now.
Yeah, me
that's
too.
really nice.
I think there's like, when I'm like looking at all of these and like hearing these, it's just like a reminder of it's not like anything grandiose. It's like
the
smallest, littlest things make such a difference.
That's so true though, because did you see too that little boy that got stabbed in the shopping cart? Like his mom was like loading the groceries in the car, and some woman just came over and stabbed her child in the cart. So like so fucking terrifying. And so people don't know what to do because bad things happen. Like if you put your kids in first, then like someone could steal your car with the kids in it. But then like if you leave them, now this happened where people are like scared to leave their kid in the cart. So that's so scary. Like I never thought about you put your kids in the car and then you have to walk the cart back. Like what if it's a little far away? Like, and then they're just in the car. That's so scary.
Yeah, there's been this whole conversation on social media about should you return your cart or not.
1,000% you should.
Yeah. Also, the thing, like, you don't have to leave your kid in the car. You can carry your kid, walk.
You have like 4 kids though?
Yeah, I guess as if you had like a lot.
The problem is a lot of stores do not have enough cart returns. Like when I go to my Target, the cart returns are only like at the front of the parking lot, and then there are none like in the back, and it pisses me off. And sometimes I'll get pissed off and I'll just like put the cart in a spot that's like not in a parking space but like on the sidewalk or something, and not just because I'm pissed off. I'm like, why are there no cart returns down here?
Yeah, that is unfortunate. They do need to add more,
but I do think if you are able, you should walk your cart to the cart return. Like it's
or like Trader Joe's, like you have to go up to the full front every time.
My Trader Joe's has a cart return, but it's only one of them.
Mine has none. I just always try to park, like, by one, kind of, when I'm parking.
Yeah.
Okay. That's one of those things I feel like an unreasonable amount of guilt if I don't do it.
Same. Like, I would never.
You know what I mean? Like, there's, like, little things that are, like, it's not that big of a deal. But I feel so bad if I ever, like, do something like that. I'm like, oh, no.
You guys have seen the videos, right? Of, like, the cart police.
No.
Oh my god, it's this guy. He's so funny. Like he makes videos only of that where he catches people not returning their cart and like he'll yell at them, or like he puts the cart behind their car so then when they're trying to pull out, like the cart is just behind their car and they can't go.
That's funny. When it's like a single man that is fully capable and he just leaves it next to his car, like that stuff pisses me off. When it's a single mom with a bunch of kids, it's like understandable.
I'm going to start doing that. That'll be on the lookout for people who maybe need help.
Yeah.
Okay, this is the last one. Last year, there was something seriously wrong with my car. It was leaking gas, which is super dangerous, but it was a fairly new car, so mechanics were stumped. It was in the repair for 2 whole months and went to a total of 4 different mechanic shops because nobody could figure it out. The very last mechanic I took it to was able to repair it, and I picked it up a few days before Christmas. When I picked it up, he said, "It's on the house." I actually hugged him and cried. I wasn't working at the time, so this was a huge help to me.
That's so
nice. I love that.
Really nice.
Christmas
That'd be hundreds of bucks. Yeah.
One time my sister was working, like it was the night before Christmas Eve or something. She was a server, and this person was like, one of her customers was like, pick a hand. If you pick this hand, I'm going to give you $400. Or if you pick this hand, I'm not going to give you a tip or something. Or I'm just going to give you $20 or something. And so she picked the wrong hand, and the guy still ended up tipping her $400. And that like made her week. She was so ecstatic to have gotten that much money.
That's so nice. One time somebody gave me like $150 tip, and I was like, no way. Like, that's so great. And they didn't like tell me ahead of time. It was just like signed on the thing. It's so cute.
That's really nice. Those little things make someone's day.
Wow. I love these.
Thank you for all the
submissions.
Yeah, we should do another episode on this. Yeah. That's so happy.
Gave me faith in humanity and made me happy and sad.
Yeah, it was also like dark. We make everything dark. It's like a nice story. I'm like, do you hear about the boy who got stabbed?
I know, what the fuck. That is insane.
No, that's horrible. People are crazy. But we're learning humanity is also nice, so that's great.
Yeah.
Okay, well, thanks so much for listening. Make sure you head over to our Patreon if you want to hear us talk more on episodes like this where we have like a topic. Then we usually catch up more on pop culture things. Travis Kelce on stage, current books we're reading, movies we're watching, things that are happening. So make sure you go listen. There's like 28 episodes now for you to catch up on. And you join, you get access to all of them. Make sure you follow our Instagram and our TikTok and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Leave us a review wherever you listen to podcasts. And we'll see you next week. Love ya. Bye.
Bye.